to Live on Twitch. I'm your host, King Rouse, coming to you live from Monroe, Illinois, man. I know it's been a long time since I've actually done these videos, but I'm gonna try to make this happen a little bit more for you guys, man. I know, because that was one of my big goals when me and my partner Big Dope 7 made this, was to be more I play games on here. I'm usually listening to music or listening to podcasts or doing something else. But yeah, man, I'm back, King Rouse 21 on the mic, and I've got my Chicago White Sox, and it's been a rough go of it as of late. Here we are, still in July 29th, man. The postseason starting later today, later tonight, whatever you want to call it. It's 1 o'clock here in Chicago, 1 a.m. here in Chicago. But yeah, it's been a rough go of it for me, man. You see, it all started with 2 losses at home to Toronto right before the All-Star break. And then Big Dope's Cubs, who I played as a computer team, swept me. And then the AL lost the All-Star game. I lost to Kansas City. I beat the Royals. Then I lost to the Royals. Lost 5 straight, including the second loss to the Royals, 2 to the Cardinals, and 2 to Cleveland. And then I've lost 3 straight, including the extra inning loss in the last game I played with the final score of 5-4 against Boston. So yeah, looking to get back on the winning path. So I'm bringing out Hector Neosi, and I know you're probably thinking, winning path, why go with Hector Neosi? He's winning 5 on the year, but Neosi's been out the bullpen, and honestly, man, since it's a video game, I actually pitch a lot better with Neosi, man. I'm not going to lie to you. Something about the way he pitches, I like him a little bit better than I like Jose Quintana. Here's our lineup today, man. We got Eaton, Cabrera, Abreu, LaRoche. I'm about to switch Avisail Garcia because I'm not gonna lie to you, I just don't like him, man. I just don't like the way he plays. He was hitting good for me to start the season. I'll be happy when we get to the point where I can bring up Trace Thompson, so he can get a lot more starts out there instead of Avisail Garcia. So I'm gonna start JB Shuck, who actually I've had a decent season with him. He's got I know you look at 2 home runs, 70 RBIs, but he's batting .320. So I've had a much better season with him. Garcia hitting .288, 9 homers, 25 RBIs. Avisail Garcia was actually a pretty good hitter for me earlier in the season. Then he got hurt, and yeah, nothing. As Drake would say, nothing was the same. It just didn't work for him after that. We got Tyler Saladino. He's in the lineup. I'm going to switch him here with Alexi Ramirez, who I actually like hitting better in the 6th spot. Saladino's actually going to hit 8th for me today, for Tyler Flowers at 7th, and Emilio Bonifacio, who's been one of my better players, going to hit 9. Oh, okay, we're going to switch Eaton out. So, yeah, Eaton's going to come out. Bonifacio's been one of my better players. Unfortunately, he's going to eventually go to Big Dope 7's Cubs. So, yeah, that sucks. You see, we lead the league in hitting, the league in stolen bases, mainly because of Bonifacio and Eaton, but we're dead last in home runs allowed and ERA. And runs allowed. We play a lot of high-scoring ball games. I can't even deny that. Plus, we give up hits. I think we've given up 15 hits in each of our last 15 games or something like that. I'll confirm that after the game. So yeah.
A great night of baseball ahead from Boston. It's the White Sox.
I'm not gonna do play-by-play.
Coming up next.
I'm not gonna do play-by-play like I did the one time against the Tigers. I'm just gonna. This is just going to be real casual talk, man. MLB postseason coming up tomorrow or later today, whatever, however you want to say it. Shocking to see that CC Sabathia, man, he's going to rehab. He's like, man, I couldn't believe that. That caught me completely off guard, you know. Honestly, I haven't really been following baseball the last month of the season, aside from the Cubs, obviously, because I know they're in the postseason. But like earlier in the summer, like when we first started the season and all throughout the summer, I was really following the baseball season for like the first time in maybe about 15 years. Like the last time I really was into baseball like that was probably, I said 15. I was exaggerating a little bit. It might have been about 2005 when the White Sox won the World Series. Actually, no, 2008 when the Cubs, Ryan Dempster made the promise, oh, we're gonna win the World Series, and the Cubs ended up winning 97 games, looked promising, but we ran into a young Dodgers team that I actually became very fond of with Matt Kemp and Manny Ramirez and James Loney and Andre Ethier, all those young Dodgers that swept us in the 2008 NLDS.
And in the field, the
Very
Red Sox
unfortunate
will
that the
look
Cubs
like this
and Pirates
behind him.
have to play in that one-game wild card despite having better records than both the Dodgers and Mets. And I think honestly in all sports we need to do away with divisions. Like, we just need, not conferences, we just need to do away with Xander Bogaerts coming into the game early, so somebody just came out. He's gonna take out the lineup. Oh man, we got Garcia starting anyway at center field, so I'm gonna have to switch him with Shuck when we come to defense. So Bogaerts replaces Rusney Castillo, so we won't have to worry about him today. So yeah, I'll take that. That works for me. Just want them to switch positions here. Alright, whatever. I'll get to that later when we come back. Anyway, Garcia lead off here. I didn't catch you with Rick Porcello. Rick Porcello's pitching for Boston. Here's the pitch. Garcia with his first swing gets a good hold of that one. I guess Garcia heard me saying how I'm tired of him and want him out the lineup. He gets a base hit in the right center field. I like that. Good job by Vizcaíno. Garcia's been really going. Like, I forgot what it happened so long ago, man. We're so behind in our season. It's July 29th in our season. It's October 6th in real life. But Garcia got hurt like around April, May, one earlier in the season, and he was actually really hitting well. And he got hurt, and it just hasn't been the same for him. Melky Cabrera, 1 home run on the season. That came in the second half. That came against the Cubs at Wrigley. So, my storytelling might be a little off because it's such a spread out season.
First pitch coming.
I mean, so much has been happening in between. High fly ball in the center field. I'm not sending him on that. That's an easy throw out. Which reminds me of that last game, I kind of caught a bad break. Emilio Bonifacio, the fastest player on my team, leading the league in stolen bases, got thrown out at the plate on a sac fly to left. And I know Fenway is a small park, but Bonifacio got gunned down in the 10th inning, which would have given us the lead. And it didn't happen. Abreu with 61 ribbies on the year. We had 5 All-Stars in the All-Star game. I know we had Dave Robertson, Chris Sale, LaRoche was one. I think Abreu was one, and Adam Eaton was the other one. I could be. Big Dope would know more than I would. He actually played the All-Star game. Here's Porcello on the hill. The first pitch to Abreu is inside for ball 1. But going back to what I was talking about, though, I think in sports we need to get rid of divisions, especially like the NBA, NFL, baseball. Like, when it comes to postseason, you need to get rid of the divisions because that really. Like, and here's a perfect example of why. Whoa, what are you doing, Abreu? What is Abreu doing? Go back. Well, here's a perfect example of why I feel that way. Is because because the NBA is doing this now. I think they said divisions won't matter now. They just be the top 8 teams or something like that. That's how, or it may not be exactly like that. It's something where like, oh, the top seed or whatever. But like divisions shouldn't, because divisions give weak teams a chance to get to the playoffs. Like, think about the NFL playoffs a year ago. You had the Carolina Panthers in at 7-9, and you had the 10-6 Eagles on the outside looking in the NFL. That shouldn't happen. I feel like what I will say, you do need conferences. I'm not a fan of especially like NBA. I'm not a fan of having just put the best 16 teams in and have them match up, and then you have East versus West in the first, second, and third round. No, I think that you do need conferences, but you don't need divisions. You can do a solid playoffs with a good conferences without divisions. Have the best 8 in the East, even though the East is usually far inferior to the West in NBA. Ooh, LaRoche gets a hold of that one in the center field. It might not lead, but they'll score the run. So that'll get us up 1-0, so that's a good start. So hey, look, commentating is good luck. Man, Yasmani Tomas, 22 homers for Arizona in the NL leads the league there. But you don't need conferences. You need conferences, but you don't need divisions. Especially like, and that's for all sports, like the East, the West, in hockey and NBA, AFC, NFC, football, AL, NL, and baseball. You need the league. You need the separate leagues and conferences, but you don't need the divisions. I feel like you just need to let the best 8 in basketball, the best 6 in football, the best 5, the best 5 in baseball, and the best 8 in hockey, all that. You just need to let the best teams be in the postseason in each conference. I do like the idea of having the best 16 teams in basketball. The best, I'm gonna try to stick to baseball since I'm playing baseball games. I do like the idea of having just the best 10 teams in the postseason, but let's be real, man. There's a chance you would probably see all AL matchups in the postseason, and it's like I don't like that. I'm not a fan of like just doing away with conferences and leagues, but divisions, yes. They should shred divisions. You can get rid of those. As Yossi, his first pitch is a ball. You can get rid of divisions, but you need the Here's the 1-0 Yossi, fouled off by Mookie Betts. Man, I'm hoping Yossi can get it going for me, man. We really need a spark. Yossi hasn't really pitched much because he was my starter earlier in the year, like my 5 starter. But then I moved him to the bullpen, and I haven't really been using him. But like at this point, with how bad my pitching has been as of late, I really need Hector Yossi out here today. He needs. I don't really use him because just in case somebody gets hurt, I have my 5th starter ready to go, so I don't have to throw my rotation off. He'll be ready without having to rest the day. And I think maybe I've used him one time in like the lone reliever role. And then when I did, I think Quintana had like a terrible start one game, and I was like, all right, I can't do this. I got to go with Yossi. Hopefully Yossi can get it done for me today. This Boston team, Boston's 55-46 coming into this game. They're and I think, and the funny thing about me saying that, matter of fact, I can confirm that now because MLB The Show is so great. It's so great. I can go check the wall and see. Boston's not even in first place. They're 7 games back of the New York Yankees out there in the AL East. Keep in mind, though, David Price has not yet been traded to Toronto. That's actually I believe that's going to happen after Big Dope finishes his game against the Colorado Rockies, because that'll take us to July 30th. And I believe that was when he got traded. Check us out on YouTube. We've been trying to broadcast on YouTube. I know I broadcasted one game there on our YouTube channel, but for some reason we keep getting, both of us, me and Big Dope, keep getting the error report that we can't broadcast. But check us out on YouTube, Life of Raw Sports Gaming Network. Follow us here on Twitch at LRSGN. We have our Madden rebuild season going on as well. He's the Bucks, I'm the Raiders. He's 0-3. I've yet to play my 3rd game. I honestly don't know when I'm going to get it in, but I'm going to try to get that game in sometime this week. I have my own gaming channel, which you can follow, subscribe to here on YouTube, and follow on Twitter. It's 10616 Productions, 10616 Productions on YouTube. Follow on Twitter at 10616 Products, 10616 Productions. It's named after something very near and dear to my heart. So yeah, if you're wondering, like, what is that? But yeah, it is a base, not a base hit. Ramirez throwing out at first. You know what? I said Abreu made it. I just realized it. Abreu didn't make it. Alexi Ramirez made it to the All-Star game for me. Because I remember saying somebody should have made it that didn't make it. And Abreu didn't get in, so yeah, it was Alexi. Alexi Ramirez, I remember earlier in the year he was like 1 home run away from like his 100th career home run. Like he was stuck on that point like for the first month of our season, and I finally got it for him. I don't even remember who I got it against. It happened so well ago, man. Like I said, man, so much has happened, man. Me and Big Dope both have different work schedules than we did when we started LRSGN. I'm doing my own YouTube channel, my own seasons and all of that. Plus looking for other jobs, trying to get my company launched with 10616 Productions. Oh, what am I doing? Oh Lord. Yeah, it looked like I was swinging the garden hose there. No, honestly, man, what happened was I dropped the controller. Like I had the controller hanging sideways. I hit X. I accidentally hit X and got caught well out in front of that one.
Number 18.
Man, Tyler Saladino at the plate. I remember this point in the season in real life. I was really watching, like, around this point, this is July 29th. Around this point in the season, I was really just watching, I was watching MLB Network, like, 4 days straight. Just watching MLB Network. Like, if I wasn't working, I would just be watching MLB Network. That's all I was doing. And I remember watching games with the Dodgers and A's. I remember the A's shut the Dodgers out in one of those games, actually. And I think it was Dan Plesac on MLB Network. He was talking about how he thought the White Sox, if they could get hot, because they had won like 5 in a row at this point in the schedule in real life. He's talking about they can stay hot. They make the postseason. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. I know here in Chicago, we all were hoping, man, the Cubs are looking good. The Sox are looking good. Hoping we can finally get that red line series that we've been waiting for, but it was not to be this year. As far as the Cubs go, man, I'm actually really proud of the Cubs. Because I'm 24, man. This is the first time in my 24 years of life that the Cubs actually, there's actually a next year for the Cubs. And what I mean by that is, like, I remember there have been years, like 07 we won the Central, we got beat by the D-backs, we got swept by the D-backs. 08 we got swept by the Dodgers. Like, even though we were good those seasons, Pablo Sandoval just tied the game, the Cubs never really had a next year. You still felt like, man, we gotta win now with those teams. Like with this Cubs team with Chris Bryant, Rizzo, Addison Russell, Jake Arrieta was a monster this season. John Lester, he looked like he stole some money from us this season, but I'm not gonna say that. I thought he was pretty good. He wasn't who we needed him to be this season, but yeah, the Cubs look like they look like they're pretty set for at least 3 or 4 years. Like this season, if we don't win this season, cool, we got next year or the year after that with this young team. One thing the Cubs did do that I didn't like is we kept Starlin Castro. I feel like we should have, like, we moved him to the bench. I feel like we should have at least moved him for a pitcher if we could. Like, I know we were talking about getting Noah Syndergaard and all of that. But or DeGrom or whoever was gonna get from the Mets. But we should have at least moved. Like, if we're gonna keep Starlin Castro, we could have at least moved him. Like, if you're gonna bench him, we should have moved him for something. Because if we let him go, we're probably gonna let him go in free agency. I feel like at least get something for a player, a former All-Star player. And Starlin, he could be useful. He actually played pretty well near the end of the season. He could be pretty useful in that current rotation. Good play, Tyler Flowers. Throwing him out there at first base. Man, it's been a rough season for me, man. I had a game against the Texas, and almost at the Texans. I just got done playing some Madden. Which, by the way, check out my channel, 10616 Productions, 10616 Productions on YouTube. Thursday Night Football, Colts and Texans. Yeah, I play the games ahead of time, so for football, because there's so many games in Madden, and man, I like playing football. I really love playing Madden, even though the game is really, the game is a little. I'm not really a fan of EA. Oh, please make a play. I'm not really much of a fan of EA, but yeah, I still play Madden just because I like football. I didn't buy Madden last year. I didn't buy NHL last year. But yeah, I really like having all the sports games and doing seasons in them. I've done 3 seasons in NBA 2K. I did one in 2K10, 11, and last year in 15. I've done them in MLB 2K baseball. I did in 2K9, which was, how the hell did I get that done? Because that game was terrible with the bugs, but I did it. And I did one in MLB 2K12.
Pitch coming.
and I was the White Sox. The one I did in 2K9, I was the Cubs, and I went 89 and 73. The one I did the White Sox in 2K12, I was 59 and 103. Trying my best not to let that happen. Actually, that won't happen because I'm 46 and 53 now. I'm trying to. I so badly. Like offline when I talk to my partner, Big Dope. Oh, come on, Bonifacio, run that out. Oh, let's go. Come on, Bonifacio. Bonifacio leading the league in stolen bases. He's gonna get thrown out here though. Oh, he beat it somehow. Somehow he beat it. Let's go, Bonifacio. Man, Emilio Bonifacio, man, dude has about a 93 speed, man. That's been the main contributor to my offense as of late. And man, that actually was a bad throw. I don't know what happened in right, but they should have had him out at second. Look at this. Oh yeah, that's just that's on Bogarts. Actually, that's more on Bogarts than it is on. I was gonna say maybe the game glitched, but no, that's just on Bogarts. He just didn't tag him. So Bonifacio is safe at second. So I got a runner on second with nobody out, and probably my most slumping hitter here. Avisail Garcia at the plate. He had a double earlier, and he's actually the one run that I have in this game so far. With Bonifacio on, when I have Bonifacio on, he's always going. He's going on all contact, no matter where he's at on the diamond. He's going on all contact. Or if he's on first, he's stealing. 99.99% of the time, he's going on contact, man. Well, not going on contact, but yeah, he's going on contact, and he's gonna score here. So 2-1 White Sox, 2-1 good guys, baby. Let's get it, man. But I've been telling Big Dope 7, man. I keep telling them I'm gonna win the World. I'm gonna come back and win the World Series, man. I want to make that bold prediction here, but I know if I say that to you guys and I don't even sniff the postseason, I'll probably never hear the end of it. So I'm not gonna tell you guys that. I'm just keep telling Big Dope 7 that. Because I mean, you know, me and him, like he knows how good I can be. Like you guys, y'all might not be so forgiving, but he knows how good I can be. Cause me and him, we've been playing seasons and games for years, like going back to like NCAA football. Like yeah, me and him, man, we've been real tight for years. Come on, Bray, I need one. Come on, Brayu. Man, Brayu, man, Brayu kind of a letdown for me this season, man. And I think that's art imitating life because he definitely wasn't the same. But I mean, you couldn't expect him to be the same guy that he was last year. After you know, you've been around, you've been in the league for a year. People figure you out, and so I think that was just what happened with Brayu this year. People just figured him out. Salute to our one viewer here. Me and Dope, we both noticed that we have a two loyal viewers that watch like everything we post. I don't know if it's the same two people or if it's just different people checking in, but we appreciate any views we can get. Check us out at Life of Ralph Sports Gaming Network on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter at LRSGN. Subscribe to my private YouTube channel, 10616 Productions, 10616 Productions. Follow that on Twitter at 10616 Products. Yeah, you couldn't fit the whole name in there, so yeah, whatever, man. Man on second. Let's see what LaRoche can do. That's a ball. LaRoche was at one point was leading the AL in our season in home runs, or maybe he wasn't. I thought he was. But whatever, he was hitting the ball pretty good. 1 ball, no strikes to LaRoche. That's a ball.
Runs a bit inside. He's down 2-0.
Yeah, he's got an open base
man, our viewer left, man.
Looks like he's gonna use it.
It is what it is, though, man. I'm not
on the way.
Out of shape about it. Come on, LaRoche. I need a hit.
But a foul ball, and it's
need LaRoche to drive me in here, man. 1 run, no matter what sport I play, 1 point, 1 run, 1 goal leads make me nervous, man. They make me nervous, dude. And LaRoche is gonna ground out right here, especially in this game. Like this game is like the king of rubber band. Like when you play on Legend, man, this game is like the king of rubber band. I got good at outplaying it, but man. Man, this game, MLB The Show tends to bully you out of a lot of games in this game. They tend to have, look at all the game I just shared there. This game tends to bully you out of wins, man. And I had a game. I was playing offline against the Brewers. I had the Cubs, and I went up like. I know I lost like the final score was 10-8. I lost 10-8 and 16. But it was like in the 10th I went up 5-4. Then I got 2 outs in the bottom of the 10th, and then they got exactly the run they needed to tie the game. Then we played again in the 15th, and later in the 15th I went up 8-5, and I was 1 out away from winning. Then they got a base hit, and then Shane Peterson of all people, dude hadn't hit a home run. Like it was in an offline season. He hadn't hit a home run all season. Then he picks this game to hit his first career home run, which was a 3-run homer that tied the game, and then they won 10-8 in the 16th. And I was just so, like, I was so deflated after that. Man, I was just so hurt. Like if y'all hear Big Dope in our videos after he loses games in Madden, man, like I was worse than that. Like I was just hurt. My heart was broken. I thought I had the game. I was taunting the game. I grabbed the case and started spanking the case like, yeah, I got you, bitch. And all that. And the game came back. And came back and got me. So I guess I kind of owe myself for that one. Should have played a little. Shouldn't have counted my. Shouldn't have counted that one in the win column before I actually had it, but it was whatever. But I had a witness though. My dad was sitting here with me when I was playing. He was like, "What is going on in this game, man?" he saw all of it too. So yeah, that was one of the few times like, man. That's one of the few times where I had a witness to this, to all of this stuff that usually happens. Because usually when it happens offline. But Neosi was able to dial up the 643 DBL play right there to get us out of the inning. JB Shuck. JB Shuck had he had some good games for me back when we played Detroit earlier in the season. And there's JB right there. JB Shuck. I like JB Shuck in our lineup. I don't think the Sox traded him in real life. I can't recall if they did. I hope they didn't because honestly, he's going to take a lot. He's going to take a lot of starts away from Garcia for me as I try to make this run to the postseason. I'm 46-53. I led the division at one point. I was up by about 6 games at one point. Now here I am 8 games out of first place. Cleveland's running away, but Cleveland just made it. Drew just made the trade for Brandon Moss and Murphy to the Cardinals, so they're going to lose some offense. Fortunately for all of us, the Royals are the team that's in last place, and they're the team that got better, the most better at the deadline. They got Johnny Cueto, and they had another big name trade. Ben Zobrist. Yeah, couldn't get the name right off the top of my head. They got Ben Zobrist and Johnny Cueto. So yeah, here we go. 2-1 to Alexi. He's at the plate. Ooh, that's a big hit. This is Alexi. There we go. First or second. We really need to get a run home here. We tend to do this a lot. And with Flowers at the plate, Saladino's up next, so we're gonna need at least an at bat here. Usually I put the bunt on and move around to the third. First pitch coming. But well, that's just as good as a bunt, honestly. So Flowers. So Flowers did what I kind of wanted to do. I wanted to bunt, but I actually kind of prefer to get a base hit right there. So we have bases loaded for Saladino. So Saladino could probably make the mistake, and Bonifacio could bunt whoever is on home. Because Bonifacio, honestly, I remember like with Bonifacio. And here's the first pitch. For about a week straight, every time he came to play, all I did was bunt because he was reaching base. So when Big Dope picks him up, he's gonna really have a good threat. I don't know if he'll utilize him the way I did. Not to say that my guy Drew ain't a good utilizer, but I don't know if he'll be able to utilize that as well as I can. From the belt, kicks and deals. And Saladino hits one up the middle. That should score 2. The throw to the plate, it is not even going to make it to the plate. They cut it off. So 4-1, let's get it, man. Let's go White Sox. We need this game badly. Well, it was like, what, 8 of our last 10. If you saw the open, you know we've been going through it. Bonifacio's definitely laying a bunt down here. He reached on an error last time, and they're playing back at third. So yeah, I'm definitely putting this down. Saladino might slow him down here, but
And he's squaring around here, but he can't connect one
no, they
strike.
still don't adjust the defense. Saladino's going. I'm sending Saladino.
You wonder if they're going
So
to
all
do
you
it
gotta do is
again.
get it
There
down,
goes the
Monfacio.
runner. Squares around,
And
but
he did
pops
everything
this one
but
up.
get it down. He got it up, but he beat
And
it.
the pitcher, in fact, will just take a bite
He
out of
beats
this
it
one,
like
an infield
Bonifacio.
single.
Well, I've got to imagine he's going
Like I
on
said,
those
that's why
out
for a
there
month straight, all I did was lay down bunts with him because he was beating him. He was beating him every game, and if he didn't beat him, he's getting thrown out, but maybe like a step at
It
best.
worked out okay in the end.
Where he's just
And some action now
a
in the
good
Boston
player to have
bullpen
in the
as
lineup. The
right-handers
92
up
speed,
and
92
throwing.
steals. I'm gonna lose
So
him.
here is
Unfortunately, I'm gonna lose him.
Garcia, as he'll take a look at
So,
a slider here that finds
That
his
well, if
zone
that's
for
the case,
strike
that I
one.
know I'm going to lose him. I might need to start changing up my style of play then, especially
Here
when we
comes
bring
the
up Trace
pitch for
Thompson.
Garcia.
Ooh, Garcia gets under
Right
that.
field.
That'll move Saladino to third easily.
Holtz
Yeah, that'll get him
there,
over there.
2 down.
Holt to Pedroia, he's in there easily. Bonifacio probably could have beat that too, but I didn't want to with 2 outs. You don't want to run in the outs, which is something that I do all the time. If you watch any of our games featuring my White Sox, man, I run into a lot of outs, a lot of unnecessary outs, man, that I don't have to run into. I mean, I know y'all getting tired of me plugging, but here I gotta plug this. 10616 Productions, NBA 2K16 Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, starting later tonight here on Tuesday, October 6th. 2K15, yes, I'm gonna start doing that. That's in the dirt. Because 2K, why not call it 2K? It's NBA 2K, but yeah, I'm gonna start broadcasting that tomorrow. I have a doubleheader of action. It'll be the Boston Celtics at Milan in the preseason. These are preseason games, by the way. The Boston Celtics at Milan, and then the Houston Rockets at the Memphis Grizzlies. That's tomorrow night, and then at midnight I have the Jazz and Lakers. It's a doubleheader for Tuesday, and then NBA 2K16 Wednesdays I have a triple header. It's kicking off at midnight with the Jazz and Lakers, and the other 2 games are the Hawks and Cavs at 6 p.m. and the Kings and Suns at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. These are all Central Time, Chicago time, man. I know it's Central Time, but I call it Chicago time because that's basically what it is to me. So here's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cabrera fouls away. Yeah, I'll be having that. I'll have NBA 2K16 Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays all season long in my NBA 2K16 season. Plus my the entire NBA 2K16 playoffs. Plus me and Big Dope are going to be doing our own NBA 2K16 season where I'll be the Bulls. Only because, man, the Bulls are my favorite team ever in any sport. And I just can't do it, man. I went against the Bulls one time in like NBA 2K6, and I had the Heat because I was really big on Dwayne Wade back then because I was around when they won the title. Yeah, that was when they won the title. The NBA 2K6, Cabrera hits one. Hopefully that's not even going to the wall. I was gonna say hopefully hits the monster and scores the runner, but it doesn't. But yeah, I went against the Bulls with somebody online, and dude blew me out. And we start taunting each other with the dunk. Like every time he dunked on me, he keep replaying, and I dunked on him, and I kept replaying it. The dude paused the game and showed me the stats. Trying to show me that he was winning by like 20 points or whatever it was. I just know he was blowing me out. But yeah, I just can't go against the Bulls, man. I got all these Bulls. I got like 4 Bulls posters in my room, man. I can't get against the Bulls, man. Got a Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen from Barcelona '92 picture. It says Joint Chiefs of stuff. Then I got the poster. My favorite poster that I have is the 96 poster, the winningest team ever, the 72-10 Bulls. Then I have one with Jordan and Shaq from like the 96 conference finals. And then I have another one. I actually got 5. I got one with Jordan, Pippen, and Rodman, and then I got another one with it says 72-10 run. It's just Jordan, Harper, and Kukoc. I can't really see it from here. I can't see it from a certain vantage point, but I see it. But yeah, I know it's just the 72-10 run, so I can't go against the Bulls, man. Me and Big Doe, we figuring out how we're gonna do hockey. But I can tell you one thing: if we get it, I'm gonna beat Edmonton. I'm gonna try to rebuild the Edmonton Oilers since they haven't been in the postseason in 2 years. I had plans of doing that for the Toronto Blue Jays, but because they hadn't made the postseason since '93, but they ruined that by making it in real life, so that won't happen.
And standing in now, the versatile Pablo Sandoval.
I was also going to do that for the Buffalo Bills. They haven't made the playoffs since 1999. That's now the longest drought, postseason drought in the big four leagues, the four major leagues, NFL, NBA, NHL, and whichever one I forgot. Let me just NBA, NHL, NFL, MLB. There we go. Yeah, Sandoval. That's off the wall.
But that'll hit off the wall in left center.
But yeah, they have the longest drought now in the four major North American sports, man. You can't that's the thing, man. We tend to forget about the rest of the world when we talk about big four sports, because you want to be real. Soccer is probably the soccer, football, you know, football for our international followers, international viewers. That's probably the most popular, the biggest sport in the world. Man, honestly, I really would love to do FIFA. I'm probably going to get to it on my own channel. But I'm not going to lie to you guys, I'm not really big on soccer. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love watching it around the World Cup, and I get the World Cup game. But I'm just not a fan of club soccer. Good pitch, me, Yossi. I needed that, man. I needed that strike. So yeah, we got Pedroia at the plate here. Hopefully he can get him out. Man, you got to run on second. Get out the inning, please. I mean, he is going to get out the inning. Garcia making the play in center, good catch. So yeah, man, I'm just like soccer. I love it for the World Cup, but club soccer, I'm just not big on it because, in all honesty, man, I know we got the Chicago Fire here in the MLS, but like the MLS it's just not major. It's just not major here in the States. It's just hard to. Come on, bro. It's just hard to get into it. And plus, like I don't. Like, and then it's really hard to watch soccer in America because their season runs through like their season NBA playoffs, and then it runs into to the beginning of football season, and then it ends about the same time as the MLB postseason. So it's hard to like really, you know, it's hard to really get into it when you got the other four major sports are having their most important times of the year, while they're really in the middle of the regular season. Like maybe in the summer you could say, oh yeah, that right there. But baseball, honestly, man, in the summer, man, it's usually in Chicago anyway. It's usually too hot to just be sitting around trying to watch soccer or baseball, man. I'm trying to find the nearest bottle of water to pour on myself to stay warm, or the nearest swimming pool, the nearest Lake Michigan beach, the nearest beach out there on Lake Michigan, to try to stay cool, man. Brady goes down on strike. Or find the nearest ballpark in the summer, or the nearest place with AC, or the nearest job, whatever. Just trying to stay warm. I mean, trying to stay cool in the summertime, man. It gets real hot here in the summer. And I've been, but it's nothing, man. I say Chicago gets hot, man, but I've been to Arizona in the summertime, and that is no joke. I went to Arizona one time to visit my cousin and my uncle. I was like 16, I think. And man, it was 114 out there, man. When I tell you, I felt like I was melting, man. You never know that feeling, man. Going to Arizona in 114. This is how hot it was. I had some ice cream. We was at the mall, and I had some ice cream. And my ice cream was solid. It was solid the whole time we was in the mall. As soon as we stepped out, the exact tenth of a second we stepped outside, man, melted. It melted on my hand. I promise you not. I kid you not. I promise you this is not a joke. Like the exact moment I stepped outside, it melted. It was like, man, it's so damn hot here, and it's that dry heat too, man. Shout out to Arizona, man. I like Arizona. I like going different places, man. Like Arizona's pretty cool, man. Shout out to my family. Shout out to Drew. Shout out to all of my viewers and followers or whatever. Yeah, I appreciate all of you guys, man. Just appreciate life, man. If you appreciate anything, just make sure you appreciate life. Be happy that you're alive. Not to get so deep and sentimental on you guys. There we go. Oh, robbery.
makes a terrific catch.
Man.
With that, the side
This
is
dude just pulled off the
retired.
Union Depository from GTA 5 on me right there. Dustin Pedroia with the robbery of JB Shuck.
We're back to Fenway.
Good
and
play,
Purdue.
man. Damn. Took away a that would have been a double too.
To start things out here in the home half
Mike
of the
Napoli.
fifth.
Mike Napoli, man.
This crowd's been pretty well taken out
Mike
of the
Napoli's
ball
really
game.
been bouncing around as of late. I remember he was in LA for a long time with the Angels. And then he was in Texas, and now he's on Boston. Lately he just hasn't found his niche. I guess that just happens to you when you
Now a swing and a
when you
bouncing ball
age.
toward the hole.
Come on, man, make it go. Good job,
Taking it out
Saladino.
there for the first out.
Saladino makes the play. One guy was, speaking of Angels, one guy I was happy to get rid of. It's kind of Gillespie,
Xander
man.
Bogaerts.
Nothing against him in real life or him personally, man, but in this game, he just was not
Now a
helpful.
swing, and here's
He
another
was kind
ground ball. This one over
you
the
see how I was
second
talking
base.
about Avisail Garcia earlier. He was worse than Avisail Garcia in this game to me, man. I
Number
just couldn't.
71 will dig in.
Like, he
0 for
just
1
didn't
here in
fit.
this one.
Like, and I think now, the funny thing is he actually had some pretty big hits for
And it's
me
in for a called
earlier
strike
in the
one.
season, and he was hitting home runs. But like he just would make mistakes at the wrong time for me. And, like his bat just went silent. So yeah, I was happy to see him when I found out he was getting traded or cut, whatever happened to him. Yeah, we traded him, I believe. When he got traded to the Angels, I was happy to see that. For my team anyway.
Down in order go the Red Sox.
In this here,
They trail it
our
4-1.
LRG MLB The Show 15 franchise mode. We're trying to get to the postseason. We're here in July. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. We probably not gonna sniff the postseason
So
until
a new
about
pitcher to
January.
tell you about here.
To be all the way
And
honest with
throwing
you.
right-hander Alexei
I mean, me and Dope, we both have
Action in
busy
the bullpen
schedules.
now
We
as
both
the
do a lot
right-hander begins to
of
throw
other
out
things
there.
outside of our
And
channel,
this is fouled back and out
or
of
in my
play.
case, channels. But yeah, man, we're probably not gonna sniff the
And now pitch on
postseason
the
until
way.
then.
That misses
Until
wide.
about January.
One
We
ball
might
and one
actually we
strike.
might get to the postseason by the time we get to the postseason. It might be time for MLB The Show 16 to come out, and we'll just jump right in. Ooh,
Pitch
come on.
runs in on him as
We'll
this
probably
is
just skip through the
fisted out
spring,
to the right
through
side
spring
of the
training,
mound.
and just
And he'll take this to the bag of
for
three
the start of next
unassisted for
season,
the first
really
out.
carry the save on.
Tyler
All that
Flowers
matters to me is that
will
somebody
dig in
gets
for the
crowned
third
World
time
Series champion,
now.
man. We've been
Struck
playing
out
this
and
season
bounced
since
out in his
April.
first two trips.
Like we had some
He
ill,
swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it.
we
It's 0-1.
we had some ill-fated starts
By
by trying to do it online, so eventually we just clouded it. We just did a clouded franchise. Flowers, get down, get down, get down. Ah, never
And this
mind.
will be taken by Pedroia for
Popped
round
it
number
up, popped
two.
it right to Pedroia.
You're going to see this a lot with a guy who has a great
Boston,
fastball like
I know
he does.
Boston
This one's on the inner
they
half
missed
of
the
plate,
postseason,
and it's
but
so easy for that
man.
bat to just sort of drag through the zone. It's hard to catch up
Boston
with
was
that thing.
they were just really
See right
quiet
here,
this
he's gonna
season.
make
I don't
contact right
really
below
remember
the
much
label. This is
happening
just
for
gonna turn
Boston.
into an easy,
I know they've
soft
been on a
liner.
lot of our
And this ball's hit
our
sharply
Tuesday
toward the first
showdowns
base
and our
coaching
Saturday
box.
showcase
It's a
games
foul
because
ball.
Boston's good in our season at 55-38 or
Now here's the pitch.
46, my bad, 55-46. Man,
Lifted
if they
down the line and right
55-38.
and back out
Man,
of play. Count
that's a
holds
great
at
record
0-2.
right there. But
Here comes another 0-2.
yeah, man, 55-46
The next
or
0-2
whatever it
misses,
is. Man,
and
just look at
that'll
the title of
move
the
it to
video.
1-2
You know
now.
what I'm talking about.
Good high
You know what the
fastball.
record is.
Maybe something
Yeah,
to
so
try
they'll be in a
and
lot of
change
the
the eye
games,
level
and
there.
we wouldn't be shocked to see them
And we'll have
in
to
the
leave it there
postseason
as this is strike three,
here
and that
in our
will
franchise
retire
as he
the
strikes me
side.
out.
Mookie Betts.
But I can tell you one thing not to expect. Don't expect the AL Central to be one of the wild card teams, which goes back to my point of not having divisions in baseball, which is why I'm against. It's ironic that I'm against it because it's helping me out in this season that we're playing.
Now here it comes.
But yeah, good pitch, good changeup, frozen. But if we didn't have divisions, man, I probably wouldn't be playing for the postseason. I'm 8 games out of the wild card
Couple of ground outs for him on the ledger
in
in
the
his two
AL.
trips so far.
And I'm about 8 out of the wild card, about 6 out of the division lead.
This is swung on and lifted down the left field line.
So that just
but
goes
it'll
to
get
show you,
back
man,
into
it's
the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now,
yeah, you don't really
0-2.
need divisions. You kind of need just the
And
best
third
teams
baseman
for
will
each
have a
league or
look at it,
conference,
but
depending on the
this is
sport
back into the seats.
that
Here's
you're
another
watching
0-2.
or playing. Here's the pitch from
This
Yoshi.
is hit on the
Foul
ground,
ball.
but foul.
Man, I remember I had that a Baseball Life series, Frankie Dawson. I still have the file. I haven't. I can tell you what happened though. Frankie, good play. Frankie broke his leg at one point in the season. Not to make light of that. I mean, yeah, it was just a character, but still, not to make light of a broken leg. But Frankie had a broken leg, so I had to miss, and I ended up missing a good portion. Ended up missing a month of the season. And ooh man, and I returned on like July 30th. Like Frankie returned on like July 30th, and I was gonna like, cause he got hurt on like July 8th or whatever. Well, it was something like close to a month of the season. He was out with a broken leg, and I was gonna pick it back up around July 30th, but I got caught up in some other things. Like one, I got caught up in starting my own channel, and I got caught up in Madden coming out, and I got caught up in my job. So yeah, I kind of forgot to restart Frankie. Honestly, if I do bring him back, I'll probably just carry him over to MLB The Show 16. Like I'll probably play maybe 1 or 2 more episodes on here. Oh man, please don't leave.
But that'll hit off the wall in left center. Around third and
here we are. Here we go being ourselves again. We're letting them right back in the game. It's 4-1, and now it's 4-3.
It's a 4-3 game.
And now Pedroia,
So a runner at second.
Hector Neosi getting big by the White Sox starter bug, where he tends to give the lead up at the wrong time, and he's starting to give up the lead a little bit, but he gets out the inning. But yeah, if I do any more, I can't promise I'll do any more episodes of Frankie Dawson, man, but I'll try to get some episodes done for you guys, if you even care. I mean, I haven't had. It's not like I've had people clamoring like, "Hey, please bring Frankie Dawson back." But yeah, man, I'll see what I can do, man. I might bring one more. Ooh, Bonifacio rocks that in the left center field. Only right he swung away there, because now, see, teams have started to play him, which is something else I like about MLB The Show. Teams adapt to what you've been doing as of late. Like lately, a lot of teams, like when that month when I started bunting with him, everybody started bringing that third baseman in. So now, I've actually had to hit with him. So he's been getting out a lot. Ooh, almost out there on that tag out. So he's been getting out a lot more because I've actually had to swing away with him, because teams are expecting him to bunt. And you see, they're expecting him to steal, which he is doing, by the way. 99 by Garcia. Fenway hasn't been too kind to me. Not even just with my White Sox, but when I play with Boston sometimes. I played Boston a few times against the Yankees. I got blown out when I played against Boston, man. When I played against the Yankees, man. It's like, oh, whoa.
1-1.
So even when I play as the home team in Boston, I get blown out. 7-7 up in Toronto between the Blue Jays and Phillies. I hope you guys have been checking that ticker. Now that Kansas City Cleveland score, that's important, because Cleveland is the team in first place in the AL Central. So keep that in mind. Anytime I broadcast, watch those Royals scores, because yeah, that's who I'm trying to. Not the Royals. Watch those Cleveland scores. Minnesota lost, so 2 of the 3 teams ahead of me in the AL Central went down in defeat. Minnesota and Cleveland. Waiting on Detroit to come across. I haven't seen them yet. But let's see. Cabrera fouls that off. I don't even remember who Detroit was playing around this point of the season. Oh, they're matter of fact. Oh, they won. They won 9-7 against Tampa Bay. I just saw. I'm looking at it on the scoreboard out there in left field as Matthew Cabrera goes down on strikes. Man, come on, White Sox. Don't cough this one up for me, man. Don't blow it. Oh, well, we might not have to worry about that. We got Abreu coming up, and if he gets out, we'll strand a Bonifacio, but the roast will be at the point, will be on deck. That'll score him. That easily is going to score Bonifacio from second. Easily scores him, and we go 5-3.
scores from second to make this a 2-run
Man,
game now.
we really struggled, man, but that was a good hit right there by Brady. We needed that. Score is Bonifacio from second, and it's now 5-3 White Sox. So that's pretty good, man. We need this. We really need this game. I mean, we're 7 under 500, and I really want to make the postseason, go and win the World Series. And all of that. It looked so promising earlier this year, man. I was rolling earlier in the season. Been struggling as of late, but we really need something to spark the turnaround in our season. And so while this may be a small, this may be a very small victory, we really could use this. Oh my goodness, did he hit that hard? That might not even leave. As hard as he hit it, oh, as hard as he hit that, it didn't even leave. Oh man, he hit that about 419. As Mookie Betts makes the catch out there in center, man, he hit it to the 420 sign, so he hit it about 419 out there. No, because actually, no, I can't say that. 419 would be off the wall, wouldn't it? So he made about 417, 418, whatever. Mr. Technical is who I am. I'm very technical about things.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. You surprised they've left this guy out there to start the 7th?
I thought he was looking a little shaky in the 6th, so I don't think he's going to be on a real long leash right here.
And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2.
I really need Hector to get a clean 1-2-3 here. I'm probably gonna turn this over to.
And this is gonna
I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm probably gonna turn it over to Jesse Crane in the 8th. Crane ended up taking the loss in the last game I played against Boston. And Dave Robertson, man, I was telling Big Dope, man, Dave Robertson, for somebody who couldn't blow a save if I wanted him to early in the season, he can't save a game to save his life in the second half of the season. He's blown, like he's had what 36 appearances. He got 28 saves. We got about 8 blown, like maybe not 8 blown. We got about 4 or 5 blown saves. I'll check that stat in a minute to confirm it, because I don't like bringing stats up and not confirming them. But, man, matter of fact, let's look at that now, man. What? I've hardly played this as of late. Well, yeah, man, dude, he got 25 saves and 35 appearances, and I guess that's as good as I can do.
One out, nobody on.
Unless I go through here. Yeah. What is it? He got 4 blown saves, 25 saves, but man, I swear he had more than 4. He's been in there a lot of games where it's like, what are you doing? Like, man. You catch by Flowers. Flowers been getting a lot of time. Early in the season, another guy that I haven't played as much as I did earlier in the season, Giovanni Soto. He was playing pretty good for me too. And at one point, I actually liked him better than I liked Flowers, but Flowers came into his own. Like I wasn't really liking Tyler. Like me and Big Doe, when we did the online seasons at first, the season that slowed us down, I traded Tyler Flowers in both of them, but eventually I held on to him. Brought him back. I held on to him in this one. He's been pretty good for me. So yeah, he's been pretty good for me. But that's just the direct effect of Giovanni Soto. That's what's happening. That's what's caused Giovanni Soto to be on the bench, because Flowers just playing too good to sit him down. Junichi Tazawa coming up here. He's gonna pitch up against JB Sheck here. So yeah. Honestly, man, Neosi's at, I think his count is 72. Let me check that real quick. Neosi's count is 75. That's questionable. I think I'm gonna let him go. I'm gonna let him hold it. I'm gonna give him maybe the 85, and then I'll pull him. Like if he gets, like I'm gonna give him this 8th inning. I'm gonna give him this 8th inning, but if he crosses 85 in his 8th, he's coming out. Well, actually, he's coming out regardless of what he does in the 8th. Like if he, like, I just hope he can finish the 8th.
After that last swing,
before he gets to 85. But he's coming out after the 8th.
That's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something else.
As long as he doesn't give up a run, he'll finish the inning. So he's on the, he got a leash. He does have a leash in the 8th, but I'm not gonna press him in the 8th inning. Here's Ramirez.
There's a fastball missing.
Alexi Ramirez, 7 home runs, 32 ribbies on the season, batting .298 for the Southside Hitman, the good guy.
Here's the 1-0 now to Ramirez.
Boy, do we need this win over the both sides.
Lays off the fastball
Brandon
away,
Compton,
and it's 2-0.
84, as he beat Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh beat Minnesota.
Both pretty easy takes, and as a hitter, now I'm thinking it
4-3.
might be time they try
Josh
to
Harrison,
something
4 for
inside.
5, 2 ribbies. Josh Harrison he's a problem for me when I played Pittsburgh. He's been, the Pirates have, and it's interesting that the Pirates and Cubs are playing in the postseason. The Pirates have been the big dope killers. I think Drew may have won once against them. Actually, no, I don't think he did. Alexi hits this deep to center field. Looks almost identical to LaRoche's, only not going to carry as far. Easy foul, Mookie Betts to field.
Good guys leading this one on the road here in the 8th.
Matt Vasgersian, I like Matt Vasgersian as an announcer. I just wish they improved the announcing itself in this game. Man. Every game has something that can be improved on. NBA 2K16 was probably the greatest game I've ever played. And that's how I felt when I got MLB The Show 14 last year, because I never played the show because I had a 360 on the last generation. I don't really like that. I thought about it like I don't really like the idea of getting both systems, because I already know I'm gonna play one more than I play the other. Because that's how I was when I had my PlayStation 2 and my Xbox original. Like I highly favored my PlayStation 2, but man. The NBA 2K16 was one of the greatest games I've ever played. And that's how I felt when I got MLB The Show 14. I was like, this is the greatest game I've ever played. And then that feeling got replaced by 2K16. Now, I haven't played it enough to like go through the kinks and bugs and all of that. But so far on surface, like the fact that you can create an arena, you can, like, oh my goodness. I mean, a lot of people using it to like post naked pictures of women and all of that. But it's like, I mean, of course you're gonna have the people to do that, but I just hope they realize. But so just in case, if that idea of uploading our own logos gets cut next season for 2K17, you know why. But man. Like, I had this idea of going back and creating, like, players and arenas and teams from 1993. It's sort of like replaying the whole 1993 NBA season, but in 2K. In 2K16. That's a lot of work. I mean, honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't have the attention span to do that, to create, like, all that many players. I don't even think you can create that many players in the game. But I don't have the attention span for that. And for creating the arenas. I did do some light work. I created like the old Meadowlands, and turns out I created the wrong Miami arena, but I created like the 1992 Miami Heat Miami arena and stuff like that. But yeah, like you can just do so much. I've seen online a lot of people have brought the Sonics back. Oh, good catch by JB Shuck to get out of the jam. Well, jam, but get out the inning. Good job by Neosi, man. That inning was quick. I didn't even really get into the pitch count there. I was talking about 2K. All right, man. Here we are in the 9th, man. I'm gonna give baseball its just due. So here we are in the 9th, man. I'm looking at Neosi's count. Neosi's got 82. He's coming out. I'm sorry. He's coming out, man. It's just gonna happen. I'm gonna give Robertson another chance tonight. However, I am going to warm up Zach Duke. I'm gonna toss him. Have him stretch and toss. Actually,
and before the pitch here, time
no, I'm not. With Duke's left-handed. They have two right-handers coming up. Jesse Crane, who's probably not any better than Robertson, but yeah. All right, Tyler Saladino at the plate. He's taking on Junichi Tozawa. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss at the slider on the outside corner for strike number 1 of the 9th inning. Tyler Saladino, the young rookie, hit his first home run of the season earlier this year, obviously, but I can't recall when, but he hit a home run. Here's the pitch. 0-1 pitch. Base hit up and on base. As you see at the bottom of the screen, the Detroit Tigers defeated the Tampa Bay Rays 9-7. So the White Sox definitely put an interest on that game, as I mentioned earlier. The White Sox trail the Twins. Cleveland, the leading team in the AL Central is Cleveland. They trail them, the Twins, and the Detroit Tigers in the AL Central. So a point of interest game there. Detroit, the only winners. Cleveland, as you see there at the moment, lost to Kansas City. And Minnesota lost early. Bonifacio at the plate. He lays down another bunt. And Bonifacio loves laying down the bunts, and he's safely going to make it to first. Emilio Bonifacio, probably the most dangerous player in the Chicago White Sox lineup. Oh, man, I accidentally hit the steal button. So they're going to steal. I was going to steal anyway. Oh, look who Garcia fouls it off. Garcia fouls one away. And we really, man, we just approached an hour here. So hopefully Garcia can get in. He'll throw him out, yeah, that's unfortunate for Saladino. He was the lead runner. But Bonifacio was the lead runner. Wouldn't have been an issue. Come on, Garcia, I need a base hit.
1-1 pitch on the way.
The 1-1, obviously, Garcia, ball in the inside corner, 2-1. Here is 2-1.
Here's the 2-1 pitch.
Yeah.
Now
Garcia down the right field line. Base hit. Should score Bonifacio, no problem. It is a fair ball. Garcia will remain at first. Bonifacio scores insurance run for the Southside Hitman, and that'll do it for Tazawa as Craig Breslow will come to the ball game.
Melky Cabrera will stand in with a
Look, man, as much as I like to say that iced it for us, man, I know this team. I know this team. Garcia, Cabrera hits one to third. 5-4-3, dial it up for Craig Breslow as he gets out of the inning. The Cardinals lead 7-0 on the Reds. Mets lead 4-2 on the Padres. 6-3 your score as we go into the ninth, and the White Sox might not give up 10 hits in a ball game for the first time in a long time. Remember, I'm gonna check that stat. I'm gonna check that stat to see how many games we've given up 15 in a row. Sandoval. I almost forgot Sandoval hit a home run on me earlier, but yeah, he is going for the cycle. Unfortunately, he's at Fenway, so that'll be tough. Hopefully, Dave Robertson can shut the door in Boston's face in this one. Couldn't do it in the last game. Really appreciate it. Uh-oh. Sandoval hits one down the right field line. That's getting down, too. But that's going to be a double for Sandoval. So Boston. Oh, my gosh. Oh, bro, for Dustin Pedroia. I said it, man. I said they was going to get the 2 hits. I called it. And that's exactly why I had Crane warming up. Because I knew Dave Robertson was going to do that. Dude can't strike out a 4-year-old right now. He can't get a 4-year-old out right now.
Mike Napoli is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1. There's a fastball.
Man, dude, don't blow the
ball. 1-1. Slider and
Crane gets the ground out of Napoli. Crane might mess around and end up being my new closer, but he's not really. He's not even that much more reliable than Robertson is. Matter of fact, Crane took the loss in the last game. He gave up the home run in the 10th as he gets Xander Bogaerts to ground out. I don't know what's going on with Dave Robertson, man. He got an all-star appearance out of his great first half of the season, but he has been absolutely, for lack of a better term, trash for me in the second half of the season. Blake Swihart. Blake Swihart. I'm glad I figured out that was how he pronounced his name. Swihart at the plate, down 0-2. Here's the 0-2 from Crane. Slider in the dirt. Man, I really can't read pitches based off sight. I gotta see it come up on the screen. The 1-2 fastball coming here. Inside. All right, give me the spot, man. What's the spot?
Or was he just trying to set
me up? Curve. All right, yeah, let's go that. The 2-2 pitch. Come on, Jesse.
It looked like he had things in control to start.
3 balls, 2 strikes. No, I'm not putting it up there. You gonna throw it. 3-2. Fastball in the outside corner. Abreu flips it to Jesse Crain, and we get it.
Take care of them and the White Sox.
And that's the ball game as the White Sox win it 6-5 against the Red Sox. Finally. But in a game that was not without drama, and you see the final was 6-5, how important was that RBI by Garcia that scored Bonifacio? And wouldn't be surprised if Bonifacio actually should be player of the game, if you want to be honest. I mean, you could say Garcia. Actually, you know what? Garcia probably, because he had the 2-run, he had that double earlier in the game, and then he get the home run. He got the big run there, the big RBI there. Crain will get the save, and Neosi will get the W, as you see us dapping it up on the field. So yeah, that's a much needed win for us. That snaps a 3-game losing streak. Yeah, we've been stinking it up as of late. Neosi gets only his second victory of the young season. 12 hits for us. Thankfully, we held on to it. The player of the game, it appears, it is Bonifacio. So I called it. I called it at first. Emilio Bonifacio, our top player of the game. He went 3 for 4, 3 runs and a double in the ball game. So yeah, I'm not gonna watch the highlights. I don't know if you guys like that or whatever. Man, it's 2:20, man. I'm about to go to sleep. The White Sox win 6-5 over the Boston Red Sox. Pablo Sandoval was 4 for 4, 2 doubles and 3 ribbies. So a very, very, very did I mention very much needed win for me with my Southside Hitmen. The White Sox are 47th win on the campaign. I promise you I will not go 59 and 103 like I did in MLB 2K12. Thankfully I wasn't broadcasting in when I did that. But yeah. Yeah, we get a big win there. We snap our 3-game losing streak. Now I was going to check the stats on how many consecutive games we've given up 15 hits. We gave up 10 against St. Louis, 11 against Baltimore, 15. Okay, July 4th we gave up 15 to Baltimore. The 5th we gave up 16. So okay, only 2 right there. Only 3 against Toronto. Actually, it might have started here. 17, so 1 on the 8th. 17, we got 17 hits in back-to-back games. So the 8th and 9th of July gives Big Dub's Cubs 15, so 3. July 11th, we only gave up 6. Okay, so only 3. So maybe we aren't that bad. Gave up 13, so that's not quite 15. Against Kansas City, we gave up 17. Only 11. Okay. Man, all right, fine. Let's turn this into how many games of 10 straight, which would go back to this game here against the Cubs. So 13, 17, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many we get there? 7, 8, 9. Actually, the funny thing, we actually out hit Cleveland. But 9, 10, 11, 12. So we currently have a streak of 13, and we would have had it broken if we didn't give that home run. 13 straight games of at least 10 hits allowed. Yeah, so you see why we've been losing so many games, why we lost. Well, now 8 of our last 11 was that 1, 2, 3. So we've lost 8 of our last 12. We won our game, so now we are 5.5 back of Cleveland for first place in the AL Central. So even with Minnesota's loss, all that did for Minnesota was flip-flopped in with Detroit, who's still a game under 500. And you see why the AL Central is not even sniffing that wild card. Cleveland 5 above 500, and they're in first place. I was about 5. I think I was in first place, and I was at 500 at one point. It was like, come on, man. But yeah, 53 and 48 Cleveland. They're 5 above in first place. Detroit's a game under in second. We're 47 and 53. So yeah, we're 5.5. Obviously, all of our hopes in the AL Central are going to come down to winning the division itself. Kansas City's in a tough spot at 41 and 60. But they still haven't gotten Johnny Cueto and Ben Zobrist yet, so that might turn it around for them. In the wild card, we are 7. Okay, that's where we were 8 back. We're 7 back in the wild card of Oakland and Boston and the Angels. Well, it's really the Boston and the Angels are tied right now. I don't know how, but they are. Don't ask me. The Rangers lead the AL West. The Astros, who were a wild card this year, are 19 back. So that's not. Don't look for that to happen in this. The Rangers are going to be in Cleveland. Well, the Rangers are leading the AL West. The Yankees lead the AL East by 8 games. In the NL, Big Dope's nemesis, the Pirates, lead the NL Central. They passed the Brewers. Matter of fact, I took part in that with the Saturday Showcase, giving them first place. They actually flip-flopped it for a little bit. But, yeah, Dope, you see Dope down here 12.5 out of first place in the NL Central. The Mets a game and a half up on the Nats. The Mets pretty good. The Mets have been pretty good even before the actual season started in real baseball. And like all the seasons me and Dope did, the Mets were still up. They kept running away with them. And I kept doing offline seasons and sims, and the Mets would keep running away with this East. So yeah, here they are, game and a half up on the Nats. The Phillies actually don't suck in one of my seasons for once. They were 28 and like 70 in one of them, or that the Twins, or whatever. One of them were that bad. Dodgers 2.5 up on the Giants. That's a 2-team race there. In the NL wild card, the Giants and Brew Crew are the 2 teams in right now. The Cardinals 2.5 back. Dope is sitting 11.5 out of the wild card, so he might as well just try for the division. 12.5 out of the Central, 11.5. So he's actually in a better spot in the wild card, but I mean, it's just one game. He'd be better off going for the Central Division. So yeah, but that's going to wrap it up for me. And I actually have one more with Boston. And I have Chris Sale on the hill for that one. And then after that, we come back home for 6 straight against the Yankees and the Rays. And then we go to Kansas City, and then we'll play the Angels. And then Dope will be in control of my destiny when he plays his 3 against me. But don't hold your breath for that series or any of these series coming up, actually, because, yeah. You see, here we are. We're just now getting to July 30th, and it's October 6th. So, yeah, well, like I said, we probably won't get to the postseason until maybe January. But, yeah, man. Anyway, for LRSG, for Life Around Sports Gaming Network, check us out here on YouTube. First off, check out 10616 Productions on YouTube. Subscribe, and if you like what you see there, follow it. Follow on Twitch. Actually, follow me on Twitch there as well. I don't really broadcast there on Twitch anymore. I broadcast on my YouTube, but just in case my YouTube acts up, follow me there. Follow me on Twitter at 10616 Products, and then also follow us at Life Around Sports Gaming Network on Twitch at Life Around Sports Gaming. Subscribe to us on YouTube at Life Around Sports Gaming Network. We'll have all of our games in MLB The Show 15, our franchise, our Madden NFL 16 rebuild season, Dope's the Bucks, I'm the Raiders. We'll have NBA 2K16 coming up. I will be the Bulls. I think he's going to be the Bucks just because that's the second closest team. And then and I believe he'll be the Canucks, but we're still trying to figure out how to do it, how we're going to broadcast it, because you can't do online leagues in hockey, I don't think. Yeah, you can't do online leagues, and you can't cloud a season. So yeah. Follow us here. Subscribe on YouTube at Life Around Sports Gaming Network. Plus our baseball life, or football life, or basketball life. All of those series are up. I mentioned Frankie Dawson. I may throw one episode in here before we put MLB The Show 15 to rest. In response to the release of MLB The Show 16, which I'm definitely going to get. I don't know about Dope, but I'm definitely getting 16. But yeah. So yeah, once again, so for Life Around Sports Gaming Network, the White Sox win here 6-5, a much needed win. I'm King Rouse 21, King Rouse, signing off for Life Around Sports Gaming Network, man. You guys have a good one. Feel free to join us anytime here on Life Around Sports Gaming on Twitch. Follow us on Twitter at LRSGN and subscribe on YouTube at Life Around Sports Gaming Network. I'm out.